let's get started. To begin, go on ahead inside ServerScript service, enter the script, and open it. From there, go on ahead and delete print hello world. Alright, let's start with variables, since it's the most essential thing to learn, since you'll be using it from here on out. Now, what is a variable? A variable is a name that holds a value, such as a chest, container, or a backpack. Variables can be stored values such as numbers, string, booleans, and data types. There are two types of variables, global and local. A global variable is generally global throughout the code and can be accessed anywhere in the script. A local variable is only accessible from that line that it was created on up until the end of the scope. Now let's create both variables, starting with global. That right there on screen is a global variable. A local variable would generally be the same as a global variable, but instead it will have local in front of it. From here on out, we'll be using local variables. Now, naming local variables can only be any non-reserved string of letters, digits, and underscores that don't start with a digit, as shown on screen. Now, to understand what's on screen, you must know that Lua reserves the following keywords for special uses, so you can't use them to name variables or functions. As for now, don't worry about what each one does, as we will cover in future videos. You can assign values to multiple variables in one line by separating each variable with a comma. If you have more variables than value, then Lua assigns nil to the extra variable. If you have more values than variable, Lua doesn't assign the extra value to the variable. As you can see in line 1, ABC is 1, 2, 3, line 3, DEF is 4, 5, and output, you can see that 1, 2, 3 is printed out, as ABC all has a value. Below that, you notice 4, 5, nil, as F is nil because it doesn't have an assigned value. And right below that, 7, 8 is only printed because 9 doesn't have an assigned variable. One more thing to note, to change the value of a variable, assign another value to it. Now for properties. The property window is accessible from the View tab above, located on the left. It allows you to adjust certain properties of the selected object to change how the object looks and behave. Additionally, you configure both instances of attributes at the bottom of the window, but we'll save that for a later video. You can collapse or expand any section by clicking the small arrow to its left of its name. After you expand or collapse a section, it remains expanded or collapsed for the other object of the same class. This also includes expanding some of the properties. By default, some properties are collapsed, but you can expand them by clicking the small arrow next to its name. Finally, filtering properties. You can filter properties by typing in the search bar that's located at the top of the properties window, or use the short key by pressing Ctrl or Command Shift P. From there, you can quickly search up the desired property you was looking for. Now you understand what is a variable and what's properties. Now let's do some practice. First, insert a script inside ServerScript service. Following that, delete the line print statement and create a new line with a local variable inside of it with a value of baseplate, following on the screen to present it. Understand how it works is simple. Imagine a family tree, as game is basically grandpa, and we'll go down to workspace, which is dad. There's an image of a family tree, which is respective and names. From there, we're going to go change baseplate name, brick color, and transparency. Starting off to the name, baseplate, that's name equals new baseplate, surrounded by quotes. Now, the brick color, baseplate.brick color equals brick color.new. We're going to make it really red, and base plate.transparency 0.3, so it's not too transparent, you can still see it. At the bottom, we're going to make a print statement, base plate.name, and there, as it can print in the output. Now let's run the game. And as you can see, it has made our changes that we want, from base plate being red, slightly transparent, and if you look in the output, it printed the name new base plate.